Hey there, my name is Pravus, welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Great War, playing as Italy. We have cleared everything out to the east. The Ottomans are gone, the Bulgarians are gone, fully cleared out. Now, the only two real participants remaining are Austria-Hungary and the Germans. We have a single tank division built up. For all the good that's gonna do me, that's gonna be a load of fun, but soon enough, I'm hoping we can do something with this. We can start getting some form of close air support in the form of bombers now. So I think it would make sense to go ahead and just get some early bombers. It's not going to be many. We only, I don't know, like let's say, 16. It's kind of all we've got. And then with these guys doing close air support, ho ho ho, all of a sudden, oh ware ware, things are going to look really, really good. We cannot, unfortunately, assign most of my units over here. Where do I think I'm going to launch the next offensive? I think it's all going to be over here in the Western Balkans. So let's go ahead and move every plane that I've got over here. And we are going to make sure that everyone can attach themselves in this direction. Lots of scouting and stuff. No, you guys are supposed to go here. There we go. Okay, so a lot of planes on the way, blimps on the way. Blimps, it takes a long time, it turns out. But now we're going to have close-up air support and such. So that's a little bit of extra firepower that we did not have before. All right. And air support's pretty significant. I mean, it's a big deal having lots of air support. Now, I am curious how effective this tank really is going to be when the time comes. We're going to start by attacking you guys in multiple directions. Actually, leave these cavalry behind, because I might need to pin these guys down. Let's see what happens with this. So, turns out that they have a pretty hefty amount of defense. So punching through this still isn't looking great. Unless I commit a lot of forces here, and the one thing I'm worried about is how many tanks we're going to start losing. Like, if I look at this division right here, what's going on? Oh god, we are losing 40 tanks. We are losing so many tanks. Alright. No, this is nice, but not actually a great place to attack. With the tank anyway, obviously. Everyone else can attack. Let's just go for raw infantry and see what happens, but I just... Maintenance companies, yeah. So this is the downside of the heavy tanks. You have to have a massive industry to deal with it. If you don't, you're doomed. What else should we work on? Well, I'm thinking maybe we can go ahead and start working on aerial bombs. That obviously is helpful. Let's keep an eye on this. Make sure that he's not sending any reinforcements in anywhere, so we don't have to pin these guys down, because we're kind of winning this fight as things stand right now. He's got very low organization. I mean, these guys are going to start falling apart really fast. And all of a sudden, it turns out, who needs tanks? All right, so with these guys cut off, this should be a pretty easy kill. So with you guys, what I do is just go for the surround. Why can't I? Why am I not allowed to surround you guys? I do not know, but I'm not. There we go. All right, go ahead and start surrounding this guy. Let's start clearing him out. He's going to take a lot of attrition. They're going to start recycling a lot of their units. Notice that the Austrians are desperately starting to flood units in different directions all of a sudden. They're trying to figure out how to work their new front line. They're reacting to the fact that, we lost a lot of units. The good thing about heavy tanks is if they attack me, it's suicide. They all just die from that. Nothing good comes out of that arrangement. Nothing. Just go ahead and start burning them down. It looks like a lost fight, but it's not. Heavy tanks pop in. There we go. Overrun. All right. So that's done. Good. Let me take a look at terrain. So, plains, forest, hills. This is kind of up toward Budapest, the only area the tanks will be able to move effectively. Everything else is either mountains or hills or forests, which are not a place you want to attack. So, I'm kind of leaning toward my new tanks will need to set themselves up somewhere over here. like this. The goal will be to push up to this river to start, and if they have low organization, I say we push. In fact, I'm kind of leaning toward we push regardless, because they're moving so many of their units around with low organization that I'm wondering if we could take advantage of this. The answer is probably not. My supply is not looking great over here either, frankly. The Romanians actually were able to hold on to this fairly well. We could also just say, screw that front line, let's go to the very extremities and start pushing, and work on this side of the mountains, and that's another thing we could do. I don't see that as a great idea, but it's a thing we could do. How many tanks are we missing right now? 83? 124. We lost so many tanks from such a short attack. Ah, God. Ugh. I'm leaning toward we don't produce any more heavy tanks after this. And we just produce enough to sustain the units I've got right now, and we start going for light tanks. That's what I'm leaning toward. Because I think it's literally the only way we're going to have a chance. Now, I could take my offensive armies, abandon the front line, and say, let's focus heavily on this. Work toward Budapest, start cutting through the core territory of Austria. I mean, their cores are primarily going to be around Austria-Hungary. Forget Prague and everything else, right? I mean, if we can get up over here and, like, push our way up to Vienna, if we can find a way to circle around all of this, we can crush the Austrian war machine so that they can't sustain their units anymore. But they have so many forces. We have a numbers advantage. We should be able to win this. If we really tried hard, we should be able to push through and win this. Well, we're fortifying Sardinia. Now we're going to invest in the military for more military factories. We get some extra oil, so that's good for fuel. I don't think I need more trenches at this point. Let's go ahead and work on the phosgene shells, which give me an extra 10% soft attack for all of my artillery, which will be a pretty hefty amount of soft attack. I mean, if we look at some of these units, we're starting to see 94 soft attack versus 56. Yeah, previously the artillery wasn't even better than the infantry. Remember that? So now we're reaching a point where the artillery actually does enough damage that it's worth having some attack divisions, which we couldn't have said before. Okay, they have a lot of units entrenching over here. We're not in a position to fight against this. We're just not. I need to find a weak point. But they have sent a lot of units. Let's go ahead and clear this nonsense out so that we can at least free up some units over here. We can do that. Might as well get them active and doing something. See, I look at this, and I think, French, why aren't you killing the Germans? Look how many units they've got down here toward the Balkans. Look how vulnerable the Western Front is of Germany. If we punch through this, which would not be hard, we could instead destroy the German war machine and then surround and isolate Austria. That's what I'm looking at and thinking, why? Why we do it this way? I think we commit at least a few forces to this exact line of thinking. And I'm going to work between these rivers as much as we can and start pushing up toward Berlin. So let's send some forces over here. And let's see, how strong are they over here in Bremen and such? A bit stronger in this area, so they're fortifying more here. This is where they're the weakest, is in these points. Let's take green and have you guys... Crossing the river is going to suck. Let's send a bunch right here. Let's see if we can punch across without taking the river penalty and just encircle these guys around Stuttgart. That's what I'd like to do. All right. So these guys should be fine. I don't know why they're acting as if they can't win this, but they absolutely can. Just go ahead and crush them. Here comes the tank. Hey, that's actually a fair bit of breakthrough all of a sudden. You fight them in the right terrain, and all of a sudden the tanks can do something. That crushes their defense bonus. focus everything we got over here. It's only 4 units. How many tanks we losing? Oh my god! Frick! Minus 27? Cheesums, dude! Yeah, the reliability of these heavy tanks is absolutely horrible. Absolutely atrocious to the extreme. Why can't we push down 4 units? I don't know. We got some free civilian factories. There's literally nothing for me to build at the moment, so I guess we go for infrastructure. Let's just go for resources. Raw resources is what I want. A bit of extra lumber would prevent me from having to trade quite so much. And I guess we can get some aluminum in South Tyrol. And I guess we'll just build up in Latium so we have full infrastructure for kind of just lots of, I don't know, transportation of units. We have lots of infantry equipment and field guns. I think we're going to go ahead and start training up a new set of units. We should have enough equipment for this without too much issue. We'll do this once. Yeah, we got enough guns to support that. That's fine. Okay, so the problem is I don't have any supply. That's the issue here. Okay, no, 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 no. Tanks. Stop, 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 stop. Yeah, without the tanks, we can't punch through this. All right, forget it. I tried. I tried to help. I changed my mind. Forget it. Not worth. Let's send instead these guys up over here. And see what we can do to help. So, you guys, go ahead and push. Your goal is to push basically up here. Whoa, stop. Like this. Go. Go. All right, let's see how well this works. I mean, we're having a bunch of people suddenly do offensive lines, but that's not what I want. Offensive lines have always been a little bit finicky, haven't they? Oh my god, just do the right army. Gosh, dang. Jeez. Whatever. We can micromanage as needed later. So we should have a pretty hefty amount of soft attack. Holy crud, they've got defense, though. Okay, so yeah, if there's anything the Germans have done right, it is entrench like heck. They got that down pat. I think I need to micromanage these because they're being idiots. They're just not very useful. Hold up. Pull back over here. I don't want to fight against that many units. Heavy tank upgrades. If it doesn't make them cheaper, it's not worth it anymore. It's almost not, well, not quite almost, but we could go for artillery spare parts for just lots of soft attack and speed. I don't see that as what I want. I don't care about submarine attack anymore. I don't care about any of this. All of this is useless. We don't care about anything here. We instead go for raw breakthrough ahead of time. We're about to get the War of Movement, which means my breakthrough is about to go up a lot. You guys all attack here. We're looking for vulnerable spots. That's all I care about. Break his entrenchment. If we can do that, we'll be in good shape. Find spots to punch through the trenches and go. By the way, Air Force, no longer desire having you here. We don't have a very good air base around here, do we? No, we do not. Do I have an ally airbase I can use? No. Here? No. You guys just haven't built any air bases, and I really wish you would. It would help a lot. Let's see how much we can do over here, I guess. If anything. There's the War of Movement. God save me. Yeah, this makes them slightly more expensive. Their breakthrough definitely goes up, but like, yeah. Ugh. Alright, now that we have that, we can start working on things like superior firepower. Here's my question. By picking this up, does this eliminate the Cult of the Offensive? I don't think so. I think we keep all of these bonuses. And I'm going to go for superior firepower, mainly because I am relying more on artillery than I am on tanks. There's invest in the military, done. Let's go for prepare for war. Although I just realized we could have done this anytime, couldn't we? Yeah, we could have. Let's do this instead. No, I can't. Yes, I can. We don't need the manpower yet. Let's do this first and just see what happens. I'm curious. Phosgene cells means extra soft attack for me. We're almost caught back up on our tanks at least, so that's a thing. I'm going to start working on another upgrade to the maintenance companies because I just can't do anything with these tanks as they currently stand. Let's see if we can do everything over here. Where are the tanks? Can you guys punch through this? Not in forests, I don't think you can. Forget this. Let them do their thing. Come down over here. Where are you? Where are you? I can't see you. I have a unit way over here. Does this mean that I've accidentally left a front line somewhere? It might. What is this? This might be it. Hang on. Get rid of this. I've changed my mind about this thing. We don't want it. They only have one unit over here. Guys, you could have crushed this. You let them get you let them get this. Okay, whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, it's fine. Shush. Alright, we've got the air superiority going over here. So at least there's that. Air supply sucks in this area. We don't have much in the way of scout planes, and I don't expect to. We got our blimps and stuff. We should be doing a fair bit of bombing. We have our air superiority, so at least that's working for me over Western Germany. Apparently we are unable to punch through this. Why? This should be easy. You should be able to win that. Tell you what, we'll attack from multiple directions over there. How's that? Tanks. Go. Except for... Wait, never mind. Not everyone's actually arrived. We need that. Now the thing is... Mexico refuses a German offer. Zimmerman authorized a diplomatic asking for them to work against the Entente. Yeah, Mexico's all like, heck no. Does this include the stats of what I already added on here? Might. I'm gonna pull back on this. And now we're gonna start working on these light tanks. And they should build a lot faster. A lot faster. Let's go ahead and counterattack into here. While they have low organization. Here we go, here we go. I don't know that I'm going to get an encirclement, but at the very least we can start pushing them away from their trenches so we have a chance to start finding a breakthrough point. Logistically, we are barely keeping up with our tanks, even though we're fighting with said tanks. We have planes available in reserve. We apparently do not have enough air superiority. See if we can get some extra fighters to do that. If I could get to dang Munich and take away their air base, that would be huge. I kind of doubt we're going to be able to, but if we could, it'd be pretty significant. Yeah. They have so much entrenchment. These tanks I thought were going to literally change the world, and they're not quite as impactful as I thought they were going to be. My reinforce rate over here apparently is abysmal. Okay, hang on. You guys are all being idiots. Attack here first, then reinforce with these guys. Tanks. There we go. Now we start punching. These guys are going to have to retreat pretty quick, and we can focus fire. And look how fast the organization goes down when you can focus fire. Yeah, by all means, keep sending units in here into the meat grinder. There we go. Look at that. That's what I wanted to see. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Push. Push. Hold down Stuttgart. Don't let him go. This isn't quite enough. The moment we're facing too many of these forces, we have issues, though. I'm still holding even on the heavy tanks, apparently. I am almost out of support equipment? Are you kidding? It's because we're training up all these extra units, isn't it? Oh, lordy. What a pain. What a pain these guys are choosing to be. I hate everything that you choose to be. The good news is, just from raw damage, we can still punch through these guys quick. And really, the second we focus fire, they're gone. But they brought in reinforcements again, because of course they did. So, Italian Ascari. Oh, we got some free units. Hi. That's it? Nope. Okay, we got a few. We got 7 free units. Okay. I mean, if you really think that was worth it, okay. Doctrine bonuses aren't a bad idea now. I'd rather go ahead and start... This isn't going to be doing much good. None of this does me any good. This is all terrible. There's so many political power options. I don't need any of that nonsense. Experience doesn't even do me a lot of good, and there's no point in joining an Entente. We've already done all this. This is all pointless. Claim German Africa. Well... Maybe kind of a little after the fact, but maybe retroactively getting a few claims means that I can get cheaper stuff later. I'd love to take some German stuff. I don't know. How is Germany doing down here? Not great. What if I took all of you and said, hi, I'm just gonna come over here and I'm just gonna go ahead and start murdering. Huh? How's that? See how that works for you. We can send those troops somewhere. Might as well get some use out of them, right? Come on, we need to make better use of this infantry mobility. How are we doing on tanks? Still holding strong on tanks. I just need enough to sustain myself. Nothing else here matters. Let's just keep that going. Come on, burn this guy down. Some of you prevent this guy from reinforcing because he's getting annoying. The rest of you also move. Go fast. Go, go, go. Got it. Okay. He can't hold this worth anything. Of course, now I have to micromanage these armies in a really annoying way. He punched through this. He's only got a couple of units. Tanks, unfortunately, are getting a little bit low on organization. We're now running out of support equipment. Pull back on the guns a little bit. Light tanks, I'm now producing a reasonable number of. Light armor division. Now, these guys, I would like to actually have mobile. Only 5 kilometers per second. My motorized are still that slow? Are you serious? What's your speed? I don't see it. Weight, fuel usage, doesn't say. You'd think it would, but it doesn't actually say. I would have thought these would be a lot faster. I'm guessing that the tanks are actually what holds me back. Guessing. Now, with these guys, I'd love to have enough motorized. We will want the maintenance companies because I think that their reliability still sucks. Artillery, recon, mostly for movement. So, does this have the same fighting power as the heavy tanks? No. It's still pretty good, though. The support artillery slow me down, apparently. Huh. So these aren't actually fast, they're just cheap. I'm kind of offsetting that a little bit by using motorized. If that's the case, then I guess we can go ahead and use the infantry. What's the difference between re-equipped? Why did re-equipped infantry have more defense? Why are re-equipped infantry better? I don't know, but they are. Alright, well, we'll train these then. It does take 300 light tanks each, so it's not like we can train these up super fast, but go ahead and create a light armor division. I will obviously be swapping the infantry out for motorized at some point in the future. Go ahead and send the tanks back in here to join. Get some reinforcements. Aerial bombs means better ground support. Tactical bomber agility or escort efficiency? Tactical bomber agility could be nice. I'm not sure it's necessarily what I want. Let's go and start getting some upgrades here. Okay, all of you guys stop for a second. Let's rethink this. Get my organization back up. Tanks first, followed by artillery, some infantry, then some cavalry. I want the tanks to hopefully focus fire and break down some defense. It doesn't look like it's enough, but we're burning down that organization fast, and the second we can focus fire, it definitely is enough. Here we go. I just want to surround these guys. I'd love to cut these guys off. We have a whole new army available, all right? Well, we'll need to get a new general, for sure. And I guess with you, why not just force everything I've got over here? Supply, probably. It's actually a good thought. Supply would probably be a bit too much. Let's go ahead and turn you into, let's say, just straight out red, and we're going to give you guys a new front line, and we're going to make it probably along here, with the goal of mostly taking this side of the river. And if we can find a vulnerable point to start pushing through, great. Actually, I've changed my mind yet again. Hold on. I still think Germany is the weak link, because Austria is not defending them, and Germany doesn't have as many troops. I feel like we should be able to go here, and then push our way up to this. And with 24 new divisions all focus firing, we probably could push through this. And that would actually help to get these guys fully contained again. We still can't seem to get through this worth anything, though. Okay, tanks, get your organization back. Cavalry, get your organization back. Let's just keep them weak for a minute. I am out of support equipment, and that's certainly going to hurt. There's superior firepower done. That's going to help. That's a lot of extra soft attack. Let's go for that organization. I'm going to go ahead and just boost that up. The extra soft attack is going to be huge, no doubt about it. Come on, burn through a couple of these and focus fire. You can do it. I believe in you. We are almost out of heavy tanks again, though, so we've obviously lost a lot. Here we go, here we go. Come on. Don't reinforce. Got it. All right, hold that. Hold that for a moment. There we go. Focus fire here, on this side of the river. Red, as soon as you feel ready, I say go. Tanks, reinforce. Let's see if we can burn these guys down. They've got a lot of units over here, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. Anti-German policy means we can now go for claims in German Africa and see if we can get some colonial holdings. Flamethrowers are now a thing. So with flamethrowers giving me 12% extra breakthrough, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and start working on the early support weapons. I admittedly... Oh, wait, got it. Hold on. I didn't think we actually had it. Hang on. Tanks, get over here quick. Reinforce this spot. Don't let him go anywhere. prevent these guys from getting this until at least I can get a few infantry to hold this. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we did get us around. Hey! I did a thing. I am good at this game. Sort of, kind of, not really, though. But there we go. All right, so at least we're going to clear off at least a handful of units. That's going to hurt. In the meantime, we've made some pretty significant push. So this is good. How are we doing down here in Africa, by the way? We have units pushing. I mean, it's definitely doing a thing. All of you guys go. Push in. Take something from Africa. Get the Germans out of here. Don't you know I just claimed all this land for myself? You shouldn't be able to do much of anything over here. Granted, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's terrible fighting out here, but whatever. We got 3 units focus firing. We'll be fine. Lend-Lease. Support equipment? Thank you. Holy crap, we're losing a lot. Okay. So you're telling me I need to chill out on the fighting again for a little bit, huh? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And we've lost a lot of heavy tanks again. Okay, the heavy tanks need to go somewhere else because our attrition is killing me. Move the heavy tanks somewhere friendly. New military factories. I am producing a couple of light tanks per day. That's an improvement. Go ahead and focus a bit more there. As far as trade, we should stop importing anywhere near as much chromium and lumber. So that'll get me more civilian factories to work with. There we go. There we go. These guys should be losing a lot. And my supplies are going to suck in this area, but once we clear out Stuttgart, I think that's going to help. In fact, let's focus fire Stuttgart, for real. If we can get this, that's huge. And he's got no organization regeneration, so we should be able to get this. Then we'll get the local supply, then this state will be easily for me to control. I wish the French would hand it off to me, so I could actually get some, you know, factories and stuff, but whatever. Now they really have no organization, which means it's time to kill. Alrighty. No armored cars. You guys are doomed. Say goodbye. Boom, 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 boom. And then we can sit back and hold off for a little bit and just kind of cool our jets. Yeah? Let's go ahead and counterattack into at least a few of these areas. There we go. Looking good, looking good. There we go. Get in there. Get him. Okay, we're going to overrun a bunch of units in a second. Good. And that should be everybody. Boom. Okay. Unfortunately, we then immediately handed off all of this state to France. Of course we did. But whatever. So we just cleared out another chunk. That was a lot of work to clear out a very small chunk of Germans. God save me. But now we can start moving units to push through here in Nuremberg and get up to Prague and then maybe down to Vienna or turn back up to Berlin. If we can get up to Prague, I think we'll be in a good spot. All right, I think we need to end this video here. Holy crap, it looks like the Allies have decided to go on a suicidal offensive. Feels like a very bad call on their part. Red is trying to push forward, but all of a sudden they think that's a bad idea, and I'm inclined to agree. I think this is a terrible spot. Why can't we push through anything? I can't. I can't push through anything. And the lack of support equipment is murdering me. And actually, we can't have the tanks up here because they're just taking too much attrition. I have to pull all of you guys back somewhere else. Oh boy. All right, well, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.